Hey everyone. Today I was supposed to have a meeting with my social worker to start looking for the change in my bedroom. I'm going to try to turn it into somewhat of a library. If you haven't been here before, it's going to be a bit of a thing. So that's one of the reasons also why I didn't have enough funds for the camping I wanted to go to, because even if I didn't do this with my bedroom, I still wouldn't have enough. But I chose to, give me a moment. I did choose to also do a little bit of a bedroom renovation because it's necessary. The apartment I'm living in right now with my dad is quite old. He's lived here for 20-ish years, and the wallpaper is basically holding on for dear life. There are places where it's actually been to been to the wall now with well, basically with pins, just pins. Um, it's coming loose. Same for the bedroom, and the carpet that is in there is pretty disgusting at this point. So there's a lot of changes that need to be made. Hopefully I will be able to do a before and after, a good before and after anyway. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. At least the idea I have in my head is pretty awesome. My social worker calls herself a certified DIYer. She knows a lot about the stuff about redecorating and making her own things, and I'm really curious to see what is gonna happen. But yeah, it's supposed to become a bit of a bedroom slash library kind of thing. And I'm not gonna pretend it isn't getting necessary at this point, because it kind of is. My book collection is getting a little bit out of hand. I have been buying new books because, well, why not? Also because I've been looking for a bunch of collector's editions for a while now. I'm looking for the Shadow Me collector's editions, and I've got the first one, the first book collector's edition, and the very last one that recently came out. That one I have, but I don't have any of the other Shadow Me books yet. So it's a little bit of a thing. It's gonna be a while before I'll be able to read those, because I will start reading them once I have them complete. I might buy the normal versions for the meantime, just to read them, and then get the collector's editions afterwards. I mean, something tells me that's going to be the better option, because right now my shelves are full. The shelves here in the living room are full, but also the shelves in my bedroom are full. Not that I have that many shelves, it's just I only have a few shelves basically, and they're full. Sorry, having a bit of a gas issue today with my stomach, so I keep burping kind of. It's not really something I would normally share on camera, but trying to be honest here, like if you see me, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a little bit confusing. I know I'm having a bit of a day. I don't know why. I feel like I'm in a bit of a numb, confused kind of state. I don't know why. Just one of those days, I guess. It's, yeah. I also got a lot of packages today. I mean, one from secondhand books that I bought. One from a store where I bought some really cute epoxy cats. um, little statues. I will show you this tomorrow because, yeah. But I have that, and I have a little stone elephant, which I kind of bought for my mom. And then I realized mom has a cat, so that's a no because it's gonna break and that's gonna be a shame. But it's okay, I give it to my dad. He's happy with it. Um, I did also buy my mom a green bag, which I had no idea was actually an expensive bag. Um, it's a mint green that something bag. I will also let you know that tomorrow. It's a pretty cute bag. I just saw it online and I think I paid for it like 20 euro. For this lady who I only saw it because in her advertisement she had the books that I wanted. The special edition of Watch Me and the special edition of, no, not a special edition, the other one is How to Survive Your Own Murder, but it's a normal edition. I don't know if there's a special edition even from that book, but I don't think I really care. It's a thriller, by the way, which you probably already guessed by the name, but yeah. So it's getting out of hand, and yeah. So I was looking through other advertisements and I saw that little green bag, and I just really liked it, and I figured it would be a nice present to my mom, because my mom, she doesn't really care about a lot of things. She likes bags in a way. She doesn't have any except for a laptop bag, but now she uses that laptop bag instead of to store her laptop. She uses it to just yeah, to, for everything else, just to use it as a normal bag. And as you can guess, it doesn't have a lot of space, doesn't have a lot of room for the stuff that she usually puts in it, because she goes shopping for groceries and then she tries to put it in that, and it's just not really useful. Even for small things, it's just I'm not gonna lie, I used to do the same thing when I was a teenager, but different times. And yeah, I saw that green bag and I was like, I'm gonna get that for mom. It's a pretty cute little bag. No, I can't remember the name at the top of my head. But yeah, so I'm giving way too many gifts lately. I have an issue, but it is for her birthday though, next week. But still, I still have a lot of presents left to give her. I don't know how she's gonna get it all home. That's kind of funny. So, oh well, maybe this time she will actually be surprised and be happy about it, instead of Mother's Day when she didn't really care about it at all. Yeah. So, but yeah, speaking about my bedroom, it's just hopefully it will be a lot better. Once it is finished, hopefully I'll be able to film in there, because right now it's pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie, even I'll have to sit up against the wall to really get a video, but then even then the lighting is pretty bad. And what I have in mind for the library thing, kind of, is like a complete built around my bed kind of thing. I mean, if you look on Pinterest, there are these really cool concepts of basically having your bed in some kind of book enclosed space. That's the best I can describe it right now. I don't know if there's actually a word for it, but I really like that idea, and I'm gonna put some lights in it. Hopefully it becomes a much prettier space for me to film. And I will see about decorations. I will probably, because my bedroom is quite dark. There is only one window and it's pretty much on the wrong side. It's yeah, the light is pretty bad in that room. So hopefully with what I have planned, it will be a lot better. And hopefully I'll actually be able to keep some plants as well. Because, well, if you're new here, I'm a big fan of plants for many different reasons. Aside from the fact that they are just healthy for you, it's just something to care for, even though I do not have green thumbs. So chances are I will have to go with fake plants. I will try to keep real plants in there first, but if that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to go with some fake plants, which is fine, of course. To decorate the shelves and stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry, I do not mean to be boring today or monotone, I suppose. I know that a lot of people tell me I'm not boring at all. It feels that way sometimes. Because sometimes I get too relaxed in front of the camera, and instead of being upbeat, I can be very slow. And I don't mean to be that way, it just happens. Um, but yeah, so I'm having a few ideas. I also want to start arranging the books in a way of fantasy, romantasy, and thriller. Um, those three at least. I don't know how many books I actually have. Yeah, it's really getting out of control. It's oops. But yeah, it's kind of funny. By the way, did you know that if you have a certain number of books, a couple of hundred, I think, somewhat in the, I believe it was in the 600, if you have a certain amount of books, you can actually allow yourself officially to be called an official private library. I'm not even kidding. I don't think I'm nearly there. Not one bit. I don't think I'm anywhere close to that. But hey, who knows? Maybe it's a goal, right? Maybe it's an interesting goal. And hopefully with my own project, who knows? Who knows where it's gonna lead? Who knows if I actually get somewhere? I am making good progress with my book, and it is pretty interesting to just get back into that world of writing, but now this time trying to do it for real. But I'm a little bit skeptical when it comes to success. I mean, I never expect success. That's something I never do in the beginning, especially like I do with YouTube. I do not expect to be successful. I do not expect to get to that point of publishing. Of course, I do hope to publish, but I'm not gonna attempt to let myself hope for something that might crush me, because I don't know. I don't know how good I am of a writer. I don't know if people will enjoy what I'm writing. I don't know. I just hope that it will be something a lot of people will want to read. Anyway, sorry, I'm a little itchy today again. I don't know why it is this time. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today, because I just don't know where to go with this anymore. But I do hope that soon I will have more exciting stuff. Yeah. The most difficult part right now, I guess, that I'm working on is the city names. The city names are so difficult. The city names and the the names of the places that I go in the story. That's what's really holding me back right now. Even though I am making good progress, it's that mostly that is really, yeah, mostly just holding me back, because it's one of the most important aspects and I cannot change it later on. I cannot just go and, if I were to write a next book into it, which is the meaning of this world that I'm trying to create, is I cannot just go and decide, well, I hate that city name now. Well, technically I could, but then I would have to write in a war scene that would destroy the city or take over the city to then change the name, or write some background or something. Technically I could put in some kind of vote, but if I do that, that's just boring. So that's just a waste of paper, I suppose. Or at least I would call it a waste of paper, because I would not be able to make that interesting. And like I said, a war scene or something like that would be the first thing to come to mind. So, I don't know. I don't know. But that's really holding me back right now. It's just the names of the cities and the names of the places that I go to. Because those are the main things, the most important things. I'm trying to create a map, like a full map of what it's supposed to be, or at least I'm trying to create a version of a map that is slightly workable, right? Something that some artist can take and will actually be able to turn into something. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm roughly drawing some kind of sketch. That's basically it. And of course, like I said, I can in fact create a war scene and have a city be torn down and change the name then. But then I need to figure out a story how to incorporate that as well, which could be a side story, a small side story, or it could actually become the main story. I mean, you never know, but it gets a bit big. Anyway, now I'm actually gonna leave it at this point. I'm gonna wish you all a very good night, a very good day, a very good evening, and a very good morning. I'm out of order again. Okay. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. If not, I'm sorry I might have disappointed you. If I do, I will see you next time. I love you no matter what. And yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow. Good night.